So the big thing they added was, well, there's Christmas update, but that wrench where you can get rid of the supports. And also there's some performance improvements in that. So maybe my weirdness might be fixed. And also, let's see if dropping this, hey, it no longer floats around in the air. Let's shove that in there. Alright, let's have a look in the shop. Would it be under research? Oh, there's keybinds as well. They finally added keybinds, which I'm not going to change mine because I'm happy with everything. Don't think they've added anything new. Oh, okay, so the hotbar slots is the only thing I'm not taking use of. Which I could probably... Yeah, the way I had... These are all a copy of Satisfactory, so... that's 2, 3 and 4. Oh, that works nicely. Although, you know what? And then the... So this is a new wrench. This ingot straightening conveyor is an interesting one. It causes the ingots to turn to go towards the rod machine, which I thought that's an interesting workaround. And they're the only two machines that have been added. So we've got that wrench, the straightening conveyor. And then under the sharpness, they've got a festive lamp. Okay. And trees. Wow. Just what I wanted. I need to drop. How about I drop? I've got a junk pile around here. I do. Let's drop these ones. What did it say in here? It said not there. It must have been in the research menu. No. Oh, maybe it's in the... Press Q to swap model. That must mean to rotate. Oh, Q, not I was pressing. Well, what's the difference? Q. Oh, one with a wreath. That's right, my mouse started playing up. Okay. I'm not a huge Christmas person. So I think we can leave that and stick with our normal ones. And the trees... Well, the trees are a tree, I suppose. Oh, perfect. Wow. But I tried it. let's get my wrench. This is going to annoy me. I have to move this. Right, and these ones. Okay, so... oh, nice. It's a different colour too. Ah, I like it. I like that you added the colour. So I could get rid of the ones... Oh, that's already... What an interesting solution. Oh, I forgot I had this box here. What's in this one? Nothing. Alright, so really, I just want to see... Well, the first things first, is there any performance improvements? We've got 280 objects. Let's see what happens. It's going to make running around some of these areas a bit better. Getting rid of the shafts. It's not on all machines though, but... So the rod machine is over here. I would have to move the rod machine. Oh, so this is the whole reason of the shaft thing being added. The ingot straightener. So that there, and then this one here. So now when the ingot goes through, if they're coming through on this side, if they're coming through straight like this, they'll get turned around to go into it. What an interesting solution. How does it handle a couple coming in? Do that one. There we go. Oh. What are we up to? 1,535 objects. It's a bit choppy, but I feel like it's a bit better than what it was. The performance, I mean. We're at 1,600. I definitely think I could put more ore into this. I reckon I could... Yeah. I could do... maybe not. Dunno. This is really going to help down here. Being able to walk through that stuff. VTuber, hi, you can enable statistics on Steam to see how the FPS game is performing. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Thanks to the tip. As you can see here, once we've hit 1,785 objects. But it's better. It's a little bit better. It's only when you get close to the machines. So it's 1,700, nearly 1,800 objects. So yeah, I think I'm maxing out. But the Steam stuff, let me have a look. What's the I've got the Steam show performance monitor. Should be, I've set it to be in the top center. Yeah, do I have to close it to apply it? Shift tab. Hi Rick, could you add more objects? I hope you're doing well. Well. 1881. After the update, the game is very laggy. I was playing yesterday at FPS and today at 20. Yeah. Well, if I show you here, if I turn off all the miners, so this is since the Big Industries update. It'll, once it gets past 1800, it just goes to crap. But I'm just trying to bring up the so we've got enable Steam overlay. But when I press Shift Tab, it brings up the inventory. Performance top center. Toggle performance monitor. Okay. There's no key binding. F7, let's try that. But you can actually see already the game's performing much better now that we've dropped down to about 1100 objects. Maybe I need to restart the game. Yeah, we can give that a go. Let's go and save the game, exit the game. Ah, there you're right. There it is, up the top there. Can I make that bigger? That's as big as we're going to get it. There we go. Alright, so... Well, we'll just turn the miners back on. Really... FPS limit at 300, I've got VSync on, so really 60 is what I would be getting at anyway. I wouldn't be getting any more than 60. I could try VSync off as well. We'll find out very quickly. It doesn't take long for it to ramp up. Lots of good tips, lots of good tips. We can definitely come down here and get into the action, the meat and potatoes of it all. This one was annoying. Get rid of that one. About 1,300 objects. But yeah, we're already dropping. Look, we're down to 20, 18, 20. Give that a go. Not really. You pause the game and it gets up to 60, of course, when it's not running. Yeah, it's just not liking it. Where my factory's too complicated. Which doesn't really. I don't think it is, but well, I do have every miner. Every miner is being tapped. And everything is doing something. But there is... Yeah. Actually, are you interested too? I'm going to turn off all the miners. And I want to clear all the objects. Okay, 82 objects are active once I've done that. Does that count? Oh, I've been curious about that. Is that counting like this? Is that one of them? So there's 89 now that I've done that. And if I clear, no. It's still 82, so that doesn't count. That's interesting. I wonder what does count. But we can turn it all back on again and see what happens. But yeah. Trying to remember what's through some of these areas. Use my wrench on a few spots that need. Right, that. Oh, this is the gold-ish area. but you have a powerful PC, so you must have something malfunctioning or too many conveyor belt lines. I have a potato PC from 12-year-old and I'm doing tests, and yesterday the game ran perfectly at almost 60 FPS and 5,000 objects. Yeah. That's it, VTuber. This is a bit I don't understand. There's got to be something malfunctioning. That's the bit I can't work out. Without tearing down the whole factory. And yeah, you're not the first person that said they've had more objects than I have. But we can just keep trying to find that problem area. I do have an idea of where it could be. But it could be the way I'm doing stuff too. Which I might go back. This way. Because I have this set up down here where I've got all coming down. No, that's not the bit here. Over here. You think the problem is there are too many conveyor belt lines, too many moving objects for the processor. Yeah, when you have a look at what I've got here, I've got this ore is being split. I split it and then I'm splitting it again into 4 separate builds. So I don't know if I should rebuild this area again, because there's a lot going on here. Like I've got all the stuff going down and then up and then down and then up. Yeah, it's strange because everything seems okay. The computer's not really having a heart attack, but obviously there's a lot going on. And that's just in here. I have also over in here. This is the main room where everything comes in, but I also have stuff happening in here. And it all comes in and falls down in here. But even if I clear all the objects, we're stuck with 82 objects. 85. So what's it say? The only objects that remains are objects inside sorter, filler baskets and chests. Well, that would be correct. Because I have a few sorter baskets, so that would be spot on. Now what would be interesting is to try just parts of the factory. So if we go back over here, we could rule out you transport everything to the point of sale on just one line and it's at ground level. Yeah, that might help. Alright, so if I turn on all of these that contribute to this setup, we can have a bit of a see if we can pinpoint what's going on. That's all of those. There's also this one.
You just got to follow.
Thank you, Ftubersux, for the follow.
VTuber coming with the follow. Thank you. And there is also this one. There is some other coal that comes. Yeah, this coal. I don't really want to do this one. I might leave those alone for the minute. And then there's all of these down here. Turn that one on. Good, we can get down here and clean out some of these that annoy me. I can move around down here. Oh yeah, I can get rid of some of these. Nice. It's that one. That one. On. Alright, so I think all of these are on. Amazing hobs, a few, just a few. Not many. Pity we can't get rid of the scaffolding legs yet. I'm going to get rid of some of these if I can. That one. Meza, hello, welcome. You wouldn't believe it, there was another update today, so I thought I'd get back into it. He's like, no. We're trying a few different things just to see what's in it. We've got this wrench. The wrench lets us get rid of supports. So like, you get rid of that. There's also a I'll show you over here. An ingot turner. So when you had ingots coming in to the rod extruder, if they went sideways they wouldn't go properly. So this just straightens them up for when they go in. And a couple of Christmas decorations I don't have on me. And a couple of other little performance things. But right now we're trying to work out if I can narrow down what's going on with my setup. Why it's so chonky on performance. I'm just trying to see if I just turn on this section, how much performance does it degrade by? I've only got 560 objects in this area. So we might just try turning on different parts of the factory and see if we can pinpoint where it's really struggling. It's funny though, like you're looking there, I'm getting 58 FPS. When I look over that way, chopped to 35, 40. I wonder if the game is rendering everything. Even the stuff you can't see. And that could be part of it. Because I get 40 when I look that way. And 57, 59 when I look that way. But it tends to be, everything seems to be running alright with these ones. I might turn on... Thing is, it's not fully... Is it fully functioning yet? Yeah, we've got sheets going out. So I'm looking right at the main area there. That would be behind the rocks, so I don't think that's... I think my theory is not correct. No. Everything's running okay in here. Have you checked out Sky for me yet? It's a bit more casual factory, but it's actually really nice. I haven't yet, unfortunately. VTuber, yes, of course. If it wasn't rendered, all the materials would fall to the floor through the trays. Yeah, but I suppose I'm comparing it to how Satisfactory used to be. That they, in very early updates, stuff was rendering that was on the other side of the map. And you didn't need to know about it. Probably calculating is probably a better word, maybe. But this is all working alright, so I might turn on. Rendering the visuals has nothing to do with the physics simulation. That seems to be the case, doesn't it? My theory was the null and void. Turn that on. I'm going to turn all these ones on this level on. There's 3 more over here. And we'll just see what happens. Sorry you misunderstood, your English isn't that good. Don't worry about it. My English isn't that good either. I speak Australian. I wonder if he's done anything in here. Is my factory cart? My factory cart's still in here, yep. No secrets added, nope. Mez's, no worries, neither is mine, and you live in England. We'll let that run for a few minutes. I am noticing a little bit now. I'll get rid of some of these. Make it easy for me to get around. Keep the ones before the corners there. Meza, your hunch might be right though. If the simulation is constant, which it should be, then it shouldn't matter which way you look yet. So it might still be rendering the visuals even when they're occluded by the map. Yeah, it could be something as simple as that. Who knows? I'm glad I'm not a game dev. So many choices about which pieces to cut off. Game dev is hard. I reckon it would be. I've thought about making a couple of different games. I've got a couple of ideas, and when I've got some spare time, I might have a go. I've got a simple game idea to learn, and a more complicated game idea. And on the scale of software engineering pay, they're on the lower side too. The effort doesn't match the compensation. Alright, so if we go back here, this is where we were before, having a look. We were getting about 50 something FPS. Not bad, and I looked over here and I was getting a lot lower. We're at 800 objects. It does feel a bit better. Is it the same if you dumb down the graphics settings? Well, we had to play with that before. And really, the only thing I can drop is my resolution. I've set my FPS to what it should be. I took off VSync. And that's all I've got. I could try full screen. And now we're having that auto saving taking ages again. Heisenberg is 3.75 million screws per minute just to sync an overkill. Look, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, absolutely not. You're going to be getting coupons in Satisfactory for those. Yeah, why not 4 million? Yeah, you've really cheapened out there, haven't you? Alright. That was worse in full screen, to be honest. But now I've got the auto saving taking a long time. We had that the other day. I'll tell you what though, it's at this point it's still okay. We're at 830 objects. You have 0 to 1 FPS. You're not going to kill your PC. That's a good idea. I'm just curious as to where, if it settles on 800 objects, if it keeps increasing with just that turned on, or at the moment it's operating okay. We could turn on a few more, some gold. What have we got here? We've got that one and that one. Now this was coal, an emerald. I feel like this one would be better if we went over here, but then I feel like if I went over here, I'm going to add more conveyor belts. That's coal heading out because that's getting split. Got a few gold machines running here. I think that's all the gold for this area. There was gold. I think I could better optimize all this gold, to be honest. Now that there could be an issue. That doesn't look very good. I might have found one of my issues. That was still reckon there's going to be stuff getting stuck there. Oh, where's my straight? That there. That would have been causing an issue, I reckon. Yeah, because it could have been all just sitting in that clogged. Definitely. Right, it'd be funny if that was the issue. I feel like, what's the point of this all set up? A rod extruder. That's all we're making is rods here. I feel like you'd you're making coffee? Yeah, I had this here. I had this miner here. It was just covered by it, like the belt went across there. So that could have been causing an issue because it was fully blocked. So this might have been building up here. Possibly. I'm just turning on some more and just observing. I feel like Yeah, testing miners do drop to adjacent perpendicular belts. They do, yes. That could have been causing other weird issues. Feel like hold on, I remember we made all this change yesterday. This still looks clean. Things are still running pretty good actually. Oh yeah, we're only 35, but we're not stalled out. It's an interesting design choice to keep the physics on the belts too. Fun mechanic that could be deadly for performance. I was thinking that the other day. How it's very like, it's just a something else you've got to manage. I've not had that in other games, not for a while. Some games I had. I remember who was that? I can't remember the game. It was a VR, not a VR. It was a simulation type of game that had some political stuff in it as well, like managing politics and that. I can't remember the name of it. That was a bit of an odd one. VTuber, I've read some posts about the game and other players with PCs similar to yours complain that games will start to lag after 12 to 15,000 items. Wow, well, I'm definitely not reaching that, so I must have something weird on a belt somewhere. I do like these, getting rid of these where I can. It seems at the moment, with what I've turned on, it seems still responsive. But we're only at up to 1,000 objects. Morgantic, hello, welcome. Meza, is it items as in machines, belts, plates plus ores, or just ores? From what I understand, it's the all physical objects, and that's the ore and ingots and that.
Thank you Morgan1C for renewing your tier 1 sub of 48 months. Guess what? 48 months. That's getting so close to a whole year.
Morgantic, thank you very much for that resub. 48 months. That's absolutely amazing. That's almost one Martian year. So close. Really appreciate your generosity and support, Morgantic. But it's good. It's performing much better. We're actually. I'm going to turn some more on now. I'm happy with this performance we're getting at the moment. Where should I turn on next? There was, I think, in this area does the, yeah, let's do these. How many? It's just 2 machines in here, I think. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I have been playing with another save offline where I've been moving everything, transporting everything to one spot. 24 FPS is far from 60, that is true. Just Ziz guy, hi, I've been playing on Steam Deck and the performance seems to start being a problem about 3,500 items. In my factory that means about 2,000 on the floor, so the game is playable as long as I fix the bottlenecks. Okay. Yeah, I think I must have some weird bottlenecks somewhere. Because I can only get to, once I go over 1700, it all gets some pretty bad frame drops. So we've decided to just, I've turned off all the machines, and I've just been selectively turning them on, just to see. And we had a big, oh that's what I say, just to see if we can pinpoint any particular areas. Time to refactory, yeah. It's kind of feeling that way. But it actually is feeling a bit better. We should start turning on some of these. That one gets turned on. You mean time to remine? Morgantic. Is this one? No, that one's fine. It's running fine. We might turn on all the ones in here. And do the ones above. Remine, refine, a refactory. I mean, this one, honestly, I could get rid of all of this and just drop the iron into here, onto here, and let it be part of this. That might actually be a sensible option. Firehammer, you got this? I hope so. Yeah, I think this bit here, if you simplify the conveyor lines and convert the materials in ingots in the extraction zones and only move slings and coal through the conveyor trays, you can be running at 200 FPS with your PC and 3,000 items. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely think we could simplify this one. I don't think I need all of this here. This could come down as be part of this. Was motivated by your slideshow. I'm going to try and mine and sort 100% of the nodes in your save as well. Nice. Nice. Well, we're at 1,093 objects at the moment. I've also got this one in here. They all drop down the hole. So we could refine some of this. If you can't play your factory game in PowerPoint, you're not a worthy fix-it employee. Yes, that's right. It definitely needs to be a slideshow. Finding at the source might be the best option. I don't know. But see, I think getting rid of some of the excess machines and just sending it to some locations, maybe. Don't know. Like coal, for instance. There, that coal is being sent so it can be put through the shaker table. So I don't know. But we could definitely get rid of. This is definitely excessive here. But on the other hand, I am interested to see if I can find the bottleneck, but no. Your hunch is that the belts and all physics is worse than the machines. Well, the thing is, that seems to be what I'm doing a lot of. I am making stuff I am making stuff close to the location. Firehammer, you think the start area can do iron and coal with the other larger area, broken computer area with scaffolding can easily handle copper and gold. Yep. Boss Frogs, I was saying that yesterday too about ore physics. Yeah, it's certainly a challenge, isn't it? So I haven't turned on any of the machines in here. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
1, 2, 3,
8,
4, 5,
9,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
9.
So 11, 12, 13, 14,
Let's try
2,
Moss Rock.
3, 4, 1, 1,
There's
2,
9
3,
machines
4,
in here.
2, 3.
That's one. Beat me to it, says Firehammer. It's a popular routine, that one. That's one. Three. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. I've already turned on those 2 above me, the copper ones, and that one there. So yeah, we should have it all running in this area now. That added about 300 objects. 200 to 300 objects. We'll see. It's definitely getting a bit chunkier. These can handle a lot more coming into it from what I understand. Firehammer, anyone else notice that from time to time the items seem to get stuck in the conveyors? I've seen like little bits get stuck sometimes, yeah. we're definitely... The performance is noticeable now. We've hit about 1400 objects. When I deleted my old factory, I was seeing plates, ingots, and the odd ores fall out. Yeah, exactly. It's really strange, isn't it? Well, what can we do? Let me see what else I can do. I definitely think... Where's that coal coming from? That coal's coming from down there. Oh, hello. That's a problem I created. What direction is that? There's supposed to be coal coming down that way and coal coming back. Why do I have coal going in two different directions? Oh, this is the exit. This is the annoying conveyor belt wrong direction bug. It really annoys me. So when I was doing all those changes before, yesterday those plates were always clogging the big sorter. Did the update fix it? I haven't tried the plates in the big sorter, to be honest. I don't have a good answer for you on that one. Right. So here we are. I'm just cleaning up more of my own mess again. This coal should be... I should be setting this to my shaker table. To be honest, I reckon we're gonna do that. Put it on this belt because that's a mixed belt with coal and gold. You're going to try making the entire sort line out of roller conveyors with appropriate wall conveyors in places to prevent spillage. It's a puzzle for sure. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Look, and now I've overloaded this area because of all that coal I'm sending in. Alright. Which it normally wouldn't have this much coming through, but it's because I just shoved a bunch through. But I'm going to change... We're going to make some changes here. Did you try upgrading the sorter with a roller sorter? I haven't tried that yet. I could put one of those here. But this was only a bottleneck because I've tried to jam more through it than I needed to. I'm going to make a change. I know what I'm going to do. Once I get it all pumped through. The FPS is still manageable, but we don't even have everything turned on at the moment either. Alright, I want this coal. I want to deal with it before it gets here. So this is the output line and that's the output line. So this coal coming out of here, it's here. So this coal coming out of here, you're just coming straight out of that machine, aren't you? Right. So this, that's the crushed. So I want that, and I want this. This is that's straight from that miner, and then I'm going to get rid of, can I do a shaker table? Here. It definitely increases the throughput capabilities, just not sure exactly how much. Gotta love travelling through the belt spaghetti trying to figure out what you did right. I did a lot right and I did a lot wrong. Alright, I reckon there's a few things I could be doing here. This and this, yeah, this coal, alright, this coal, yeah, I reckon, honestly, that does not need to be going that way. Yeah, I've made some changes from the past, I think. Why do I have... Alright, so this is gems go this way. If I find any gems. And I've decided to put coal on it, whereas yep, alright, so this let's go. Yeah, rightio. do. Surprise, Morgantic. Turns out that pressing update and reboot your PC updates and reboots your PC. At least it's they fixed the bug where you went install updates and shut down, and then it would reboot your computer and leave your computer running all night. That was a great one, that one. Ah, stupid bug where I put things on top of things. That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted there. Right, that one there. Right, that. And get rid of this. This is the gems and stuff going back. So I need to put that back in place. That. Still going to deal with the coal in a second. That on the other one. Probably. There's a gem that's point proven. I reckon that's too tall. That. Still trying to build things too tight. That's just the way I like it. So this, just this one, I think. Yeah. it back on there. Alright, so now I've got less items going back to the main base, so I don't have all that coal heading back that way. So honestly, yeah. The gold ingots, if I polish them elsewhere, then I wouldn't need to... Could I put a polisher here? Where's my polisher? Got some spare machines hanging around. Yeah. Now I remember where it was. It's over here. That's another one. That'll be alright if it drops there. Right, so that coming through polished should mean I won't need this polisher here anymore. If everything's coming through here polished, then I won't need the polisher. And actually, I could make another change. That's coal, I need that to stay there for the minute. We've got 1305 objects. We've sort of been sitting on the 1305. Okay, so the jewels and that's the other reason this sword is here. If they're doing the sorting, the polishing, which is this line here, could they be dropped in here? And be sorted there? Or, if this is a polishing line, then why not here? I need? I don't have the space to do. Can I? Will it fit across? No, I don't want to go across the front. Do I? No, I don't. It will sit there if the game allows it. Right, so now they're being sorted. Are they coming from? So that would be, this one would be any, because this here is the, that's gold. That's the solder. Gold, so this is anything else, which is actually going this way. So this is the giant, any diamonds or emeralds, I'm sending them this way. Well, that's okay, we'll stick with that for the time being. This one's coal, and then that's going to go up there and they get sorted and head off that way. So if that's happening, and if the gold, no, the gold here is being, I feel like I've got an extra machine here, the rod and the polisher. Oh yeah, but that goes that way for rod and polishing if I want. But then they would come down here and be polished, so that's fine. If they come out, yeah, okay, so the answer is I don't have any more jewels coming through that are unpolished. All I hear is that you're polishing a rod. Wow. Hello, hello. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry now, because these would go. Okay, so I don't have coal anymore. And then I've got gold. Okay, so I used to have iron coming through here by the looks of it. I don't need any of that to go. All of this should go on that line there. Because that line it's straight there. Right, let's sort that out. What are we doing? I want that there. Oops. A minute, you fell through. Did you fall through? You did. Ah. And they're all going to fall through. Oh no. Very quickly. And I said I didn't need the polisher, didn't I? Yep. Oh, they're coming through here, that's right. This one here. No, if it's that's going the wrong way. Ah, you know what? And that. Right, that. No, not that one. A nice sign, nice eyebrows, Morganti. Mez would be proud. I hate sending through a big mess, but they're all on the new conveyor belt, so it shouldn't matter. We got rid of some logic. I reckon that's going to help. And we're getting rid of some excessive belts we don't use. Meza, the clouds are gone. This morning I woke up to being above the clouds. Ah. Well, there's always tomorrow. And this one here must be gems. No, it's just I don't use this anymore. So we actually get rid of that and put a normal intersection back there. No, just a straight. that simplified this area quite a bit. I did want to, with the coal, I was thinking a shaker table would be a better option. So as the coal came out, send it up. But I don't know where we put. Maybe we do this elsewhere. Because it's, well, we wouldn't have the crusher anymore because I'd have the crushed ore. Just wondering. If I bought any shaker tables. Oops. Just trying to get rid of a leg. The wrench in my hand. There you go. This morning I had such low clouds they ended below the 30-second. Mossrog, just download a cloud screensaver, problem solved. You almost moved to the 55th floor when looking for a new flat. That would have been the top of the tallest residential building in Europe. But I've settled on the 32nd of a different building. Well, you've certainly saved yourself some time getting up and down lifts. This is what I was after. Shaker tables. I'm going to have to drop that. Didn't really help. Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, we're over here. I'm stuck again. So I don't think I can put a shaker table up here. I can. Oh yeah, they made some changes to where things can and can't be placed. So that would actually work. That was like that. We still need to sort. What if I did it the other way? Yeah, let's do this. So if the shaker table was this way, I don't have any crushed coal coming through here though. I do, okay. Gotta think about this for a sec. Can't really. This here could move. Yeah, I could do this. Mezzy, you don't need to get up and down if you never leave the flat. This is true. This is true. What if I need to turn off coal for a minute. Just gonna wait a second. Just waiting for the last of the coal to come through, and then we're gonna make some changes. There for the minute, I might need them. I think we're out of coal. Right, we're not going to need. Need that. Oh, I've still got coal coming in. Oh no, that was. Yeah, no, I do. Where's that coming from? This machine here. That one's off. Ah, this one. That's it. Tuba, by implementing the tool to remove the pillars, what the developer did was double the number of items on the conveyor trays. Before, the belt and the pillar were one object, now they're two. Ooh. Interesting. So it could be adding more objects. It's amazing what people find out when doing a bit of research. These. I can just go that way for a minute. It won't matter. You removed all the pillars and now the game runs at 65. So that's, you found the problem with the update and why you're losing the FPS compared to the previous update. Gotcha. Gotcha. Wow, okay. So did you go back and add all the pillared objects? This morning it was at 15 or 20. You removed all the pillars and now the game runs at 60. Wow, okay. So that might be an option for me. I'm going to... because I do have a lot of pillars. This to here. Let's see. I just need to think for a second. That's gonna be... yeah, okay. Yeah, we still need... Ooh, so what if I had, we definitely need that one going that way, and then, yeah, this would work. Yep. If we had the, sorter here, and I'd need a ruby in here if I want it to go that way. If I did it this way, that's the coal coming in, that's going to go that way. I wish there was a different option for this, where you... so I'm going to need to wait for a ruby to come. Well, we'll just do that. We will do that, that's alright. So this is the... yeah, right, now I want... right, crushed coal going that way. Here very quickly. I wish you could hit the coal, the ore, and smash it to get something like that. Alright, so crushed coal. No, I want coal. You idiots. I get frustrated with this. It took me a while to learn it. Alright. Whatever. Coming. Did it go in there? I have no idea where that piece of coal went. Got it. Alright. Right, so coal is going to come this way. Whole coal. And crushed coal, which I don't need that now. There it is. It's right there. Yep. Where is it? That one. So I want that one there. And I want, I'm going to do this. Oh, actually, this will work. Yep. Let's get rid of you and you. But fine, we'll do it this your way. So that I just need to wait for a ruby to appear and put it in the basket because I want the rubies to come out this way. And head back, and that'll go into the main feed, and then actually I reckon we'll just put the merger here. It's a bit easier. I wish there was a walled merger. I just put one like that just to... Right, so I need to wait for a ruby. Put in there, but I think we're all done now. You don't like me standing here, do you? Alright. I don't like not being able to get somewhere. That's my only annoyance. Like I want to be able to... There we go. Right, that one's on. That one's already on. That's back on, that's coal. This one around here. I think that's all of them. So now I'm just waiting for a ruby to pop out so I can pick it up and put it in the basket so rubies go that way. We're currently at 1276 objects, but yeah, not the best FPS. Just a waiting game until we get a ruby. Forever. Got one. Alright. What? What? Oh yeah, that was turned into a ruby. Whew. Sweet. And now that should disappear down there in a second. There it goes. Yep, there it goes. Sweet. Alright. Now the next question is, do I try and feed more coal in here? And take it away from other areas? I think this is just all gold, isn't it? These are pure golds. Let's see more of these over here. But I think I should be reducing the amount of objects by doing it that way. There's also the packager that does Christmas packing. Maybe that's something I need to look at doing, is implementing the packager. That would reduce objects. But I'd need to get... I think I'd need... to use belts more. No, rollers. reckon... Alright. I've just... Yeah, I set this up a while ago. I'm not even using this because I redirected the... I know what I need to do. Okay. So I was redirecting... Oops, oh my god, not the word slag. Why are you doing slag ingots? What else do you do with the crushed coal? How do you get rid of the crushed coal? That's a funny word for it to be annoyed about. Sell it, but then you're transporting more resources, wouldn't you be? Because you'd need... You turn more of the crushed coal into slag. Like what's 5 or 6 crushed coal to make one slag ingot, so you're taking objects off the belts then. That's how I see it. It's kind of like turning the coal into putting the coal through the shaker table, because it reduces it down to just crushed and there's less amount of it. By mixing coal with whatever it is you're mixing with it, you're wasting money on the other material. There's only coal going in here. Slag is just coal. This is the final, just the crushed coal just makes slag ingots. You are right, you can combine other ingredients, but I'm unaware of anything else you can do with the coal. This one is a waste though. This machine here, I need to redo this. So I reckon that I can get rid of this and this. I can get rid of all of this and just send the raw product over to there and end it with here, and then I will... Oh, actually, yeah, right. I know what to do. We're gonna make a big change. I'm gonna turn that off. The coal I'll leave on. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Alright, we're going to get rid of a few things here. Too many things in my inventory. We'll just polish you. Oh, no, he didn't like that. Not that belt. Right, Wow. The old slag doesn't like being used. Firehammer, once you finish the coal quest, all coal should end up the shaker table with a chance at diamonds and rubies. The slag items are only useful for the slag quests. After that, I don't see a need for slag whatsoever. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just saving myself sending it all the way back to the main office, the main location, if I don't need to. Alright, we're going to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. We're going to simplify this area and hopefully help our FPS. I'm not even going to need that anymore. We'll deal with that in a minute. Right, we're going to go... Yeah, obviously slag has been used inappropriately in the past. Just thinking out loud with the intent to try and simplify the whole thing, it really is a puzzle. It really is. I do enjoy the puzzle component of it. Where are we? Are you gonna go there? You are. Nice. And yep, beautiful. Perfect. This is lovely. I think there will be, I mean, also, we haven't seen any machines that take 2 products yet. And, I mean, I'd almost guarantee that's going to happen. So that'll change everything again. Be interesting to compare solutions at some point just to see what we did differently. Absolutely. I have another save I've been playing with after hours, and I'm trying to take everything, all the gold to one location. Thing is, it takes so long to then do something because you're trying to, you have to build everything before you can turn it on. Meza, you need more control over the ratios and more automation, in your opinion? Yeah, I can see that. And Firehammer, otherwise you end up with a mess. You do end up with a big mess. Alright, cool. So now I've got rid of all of that. That's quite a bit of junk I've gotten rid of here. That drops onto there, so I'll leave that back 1. If you have an overflow of one material but the other is dripping, the first material can't just pile up. No. No, it's very oh, I've had a few objects increase. What's happened? I think I've screwed something up. Well, I reckon that broken area, I got a feeling that that will be a like the broken computer, and there's another shaft. Maybe there'll be more locations to extract resources so that it's not all coming out at one spot. I feel like that could be something that's going to happen in the future. We need some sort of overflow splitter. It would help. Alright. Just want to see if I can simplify this even more. I don't like when the machine comes straight out and goes up. Don't know if I will get. No, I can't get it there, I don't think. A drink of soda, anyone? That's all you can hear with that machine. I've had issues with bends directly out of the machines too. Okay. This is why I'm using the walls. Because I want the stop it overflowing, falling out. Can I do this? Hold on. Yeah, okay. I think I can. If I haven't yet discussed that on my stream of This Is All, I'm thinking that Broken Station, maybe like Tectonica did once finalised all the question Area 1 and couldn't unlock a new area requiring a payment of X things. Yeah. Well, also, it's a pretty big area too. This isn't working how I thought I could do it. So that could be it's a good build area. It could be a future build type of scenario. Alright, we're just gonna Randy, what's going on? Give me 1 minute, mate. Give me 1 minute. I know. Once I do this, I can turn the machine on. Alright, it's not going to happen. Come on. Yeah. No, 1 minute. Yeah, straight up for the pat. Hey, mate? Yeah? Ooh, you really needed to have this pat, didn't you? You really needed the pat. Oh, he's a good boy, aren't you? Hey. He's getting older. He's 10 years now. He turned 10 last week or the week before. Didn't you, mate? Yep. Morgantic coming in with the smirk and pat and the space bar. Don't you hit the space bar, Randy. Don't you hit the space bar. Yeah. Get the space bar, Randy. Get it. No. No. Don't you get my space bar. Don't you get it. Oh, Randy. So much fluff coming out of you. Isn't there? So much fluff. Yeah. Smoking's fluffy now. I am extremely fluffy now. Yeah, you can see it all piling up. Alright. Thanks, Randy. Thanks for all that hair. Alright. Back to the important things. Well, then I think I'll go one more this way. And then that way, and then that way. And that lets me get up there. Turn that back on, and then I need to fix this, and I reckon we will build this machine down here. No, I think we can do it this way. So if I had the... Oh, actually, now we can come around here, yeah. Is that going to be too... Yeah, I don't like that. It's too tight. We're at 1320 objects. Morgantic, I'm always surprised how dogs manage to still have any amount of hair on their own body. It's ridiculous. I gave him a really good clean the other day, and then straight away I was very frustrated. I was covered in so much hair comes out of him, and then it's still shedding on the ground. Alright, I want this. So what I'm doing here is I want the option of being able to switch between making ingots or rods and then send the ingots back, and I think that's fine, but I don't know. And do I have this new piece? Where is it? I dropped it earlier. Oh no, it's here. There it is. I got the inventory bug going on. It just takes so much room, this machine. And then once it's polished, it's going to go back up there. It's coffee time once again. It's the perfect time of day, Mirza. I reckon gosh, I hate having too many things in my inventory. No, I don't. I get frustrated with these machines. The way I want them to work. Yeah, that's how I want it to work. That's it. Yeah, I must have had it the wrong way. That's it. That one there. Nah. My brain stopped working then. That's the new one. I'm going to have to put the machine up here. I just don't have the space. That's right. And then to come back down again. The stupid beam is in the way there. I'm going to need to go and get some more. Do you reckon the rods will come out okay? Maybe I need to go one more. I will come back and pick these up, don't worry. They just annoy me. Lane. Okay, and then Yours never good? Sound good? Uh-huh. Right, and then here is this. So this is the... That way is to make those. And one actually... Oh, I've got this stupid bug where the half the wall's on. I just have to reload the game. Because it's from building these along here. There's a few little odd things I've picked up. Where else did it take effect? Because they're permanently like that once you've built them. They don't undo. Alright, so we're going to come out and then join back up here. We might... Yeah, we'll go across. Alright. So all I've got to do is that there. That. Amount of curves at a critical come on, let's go. Go, 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 go. Oh. No, hold on. Can't go. Can't just leave a slag rod. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a really bright light from way back here, inside that machine. Ah, look, this is where an area where... Now, I also put this in here, so I could switch between doing ingots and rods. So now I need to make one more, do my switch back so I can return. Although it'd make more sense to put it here. And do I need to put a joiner there? It's going to disappear. It's going to go... Wrong one. That gets rid of unnecessary. So what was I saying? If I put the junction here, then I would want, because I'd want them polish, so then this. Actually, yeah, that would work. But I don't think my reach is good enough. Oh, there you go. So we put the interchange here. So the interchange is which one? I don't have it on me. That's it there. Ah, I did it the wrong way. I hate when you're trying to rush something. Well, you know, you're not really... what I want. Alright, so I can switch direction and send them that way. And not make rods, or I can switch it the other way and make rods. Right. I'm happy with that. And they get polished either way. I don't really know how much. So then this is where I don't need this here. We just have that. We're at 1354. We seem to be stable at this number, 1300. Like, with everything that I've got running at the moment, it seems to be fine. It's still not the best FPS, but it's not as bad as it was. But I reckon we could make some more improvements in the other room. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because I've got to work tomorrow. I've got to get up early, I think, so this might be a good time to halt it, I think. We might do some... I do think we should refactor the main room. Do you need to work even when the kids aren't around? It's there. If they're in my vicinity, they've got to be worked. Unfortunately. This is all working. But I reckon we can simplify some more of this. Maybe. I think we may... I don't know. It's all working nicely, but there's more that could be done here. But yeah, we're not... FPS isn't the great at the moment. So I don't entirely know what's going on, but I think it's removing more of those supports might be a good thing. They might help. But it's just when all objects are moving that the issues really occur. But anyway, it's good not to try and do it all, because as future updates come out, we can see if there's been improvements over time. That's always a good thing. And lets me do another save in my own time, trying different things without having to try and rebuild all of this. But we'll leave it here for today. We're playing with Santa's wrench, the wrench update, and the Christmas stuff today, and some of the other things they added, like the the ingot turner for going into the rod extruder, and we tried consolidating some of the gold area and reducing the amount of things that are heading into the final production and only sending final products in. That seems to be making a difference, but there's a lot more to be done. I don't think... Now, I said this yesterday in the last episode, I won't play this again until an update comes out, a big update. There was a big update the next day, so otherwise, yeah, we'll come back to this when the next update comes out, which I'm thinking probably will be in the new year after Christmas, settle down. But the dev seems very proactive, so you never know, he could be back at it anytime. It's great to see something being updated frequently. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.